Hi guys! So you'll notice by the quality of this video that for once I actually broke out my HD camera. I know it's a crazy event. Ah! I'm trying to get more in the habit of doing it. Probably not going to do it like as often as I do the iPad videos because frankly it's easier. One good thing about this means I can edit. One bad thing about this means I have to edit. So we're gonna at least try for a once a month HD video, make it pretty, special occasions, that kind of thing. Nothing really too special about this occasion. I just figured I wanted to talk and all that jazz. Another cool thing about this is I know exactly where to look because it's not a tiny little pinpoint. One of the things I wanted to start doing on my vlog is called 5 Confessions, and I started doing this on my blog already, so this is pretty much a rehash. But I wanted to go into them a little bit. My 5 confessions. Number 1. I can't listen to Bob Dylan's The Times They Are A-Changin' without crying. Reason being behind this is it was one of the songs my brother requested at his funeral, and obviously to this day, I love how I say that like it was so long ago and it was just about a month ago. Regardless, I have a really hard time with that song. To be fair, Bob Dylan kind of made me cry before that, so now I'm really just kind of doomed. Number 2. Frosted cookies are my kryptonite. They are delicious. They are covered in things. Frankly, my favorite thus far, at least that I can get in the area, that are not homemade, are cookies by design. I have a favorite recipe that I'd like to share with you guys at some point, but that's a whole nother video. Number 3. Frosted cookies are also my perfume. This is actually a perfume oil called Frosted Cookie. It is currently still available, I believe, from I Smell Good. They're a fantastic Etsy store. You can check them out, I've linked them below. And seriously, I wish that this was like Smell-O-Vision because, oh, you need to smell this, it's so good. Number 4, I put soundtracks to everything. It helps me write. It helps me get in a zone. I'll do everything from assign a character a specific song and make that their theme to going, oh, this song, if this was a movie, this song would be playing during this scene right now, or this song just completely embodies this moment. And that's how I will get through scene after scene. It's a fantastic trick, especially if you find music extremely evocative. I'm actually going to post a list in my blog of songs that are actually relevant to Alice. It's not much, it's not a real teaser, but I promise more is coming soon. I'm finalizing stuff with cover artists and my editor. I promise this is gonna happen. Number 5. I can sing the Buffy musical all the way through. It's World Book Day! According to Twitter and, you know, their website. But it started getting me thinking about book fairs when I was a kid in elementary school and how awesome those were, and how you got to, like, Scholastic would come to your school, and well, I think they still do this actually. I don't know. I don't know any elementary school kids, or at least I don't talk to them about if they have book fairs. I really should do that. That'd be smart for me. So I wanted to use this for a little bit of shameless self-promotion. You've seen this book before. Obviously, it's available on Amazon.com. It's Into the Dust. If you haven't heard my spiel on it, or Ren's spiel on it, Ren being my wonderful co-author, of course, it's a series of short stories in a dark retelling of Peter Pan. It's setting up a book of ours that we will have out later in 2013 called Dust. This is called Into the Dust, it is the prequel. A little dark and fantastic. Check it out, I will link it below. Along with current events, I've got, boom, manyhatsonline.com that I will be adding to my writing repertoire. Basically, it is a series of many different kinds of storytelling, whether it's comics, I'll be doing general writing and whatnot. We're all writing from a character's point of view that we are all sort of tied together through a character called Professor Polycapulus, who is a world walker, essentially. It's really interesting. Check it out. There's fantastic, fantastic comics up there right now, including Polycapulus's comic. There is Hollow Bones, which is about this demon hunter who's got a like hole in her head. It's so creepy and awesome. But anyway, go check it out. I will be posting there every Sunday, or at least that's the goal, hopefully starting this coming Sunday. This will not be interfering with my post for Miss You Right Soon, which will be continuing in April due to my life issues mixed with some things that MJ also ran into and her going to Ecuador this month. We decided it would be best to just start back up in April where we could be consistent again. So we haven't forgotten about it. It's still happening. Things are just... Lastly, but certainly not leastly, I want to talk a bit about Alice. As you know, I finished her in Oxford. Finish her. I finished her in Oxford, and it's currently going under rewrites and edits. Be sending it off the final draft to my editor shortly once I speak with her about details and payment and whatnot. But in the vein of books and writing and wanting to share my knowledge with you, I wanted to share what I exactly finished Alice on. And that would be this bad boy. It's all pretty and leather bound, and it's an iPad case. What? I know, crazy, right? Obviously I used a Bluetooth keyboard with this. I did not do the entire thing on touchscreen because that would have driven me crazy. But it was an interesting adventure in app finding, finding something that would frankly go with what I needed. Quick Office is something you are going to run into if you want to do word processing on your iPad. And frankly, it's not bad, but I did notice once I got to about, when you get into the bigger documents, like Alice ranges to about the lower end of 50,000 words, and it was having so much trouble with that much document. It was slow as crap. It was about a 5-second delay with typing. It was horrible. So I ran into that, and it was driving me crazy. And frankly, Alice is not a huge book. It's really not. I love it, but it's in the lower end of what novels are. I also went through a few things like documents, which is a very simple word processing. I didn't really care too much for the format, to be honest. You're looking through it, you got some options. Frankly, formatting is non-existent for the most part. I finally ended up settling on Textilus. Now, Textilus is also a paid app, much like Quick Office, but it works way better, and I think it's only about $5. You get the idea.